are live on Wisdom, and tonight is the night for. Oh my goodness, somebody is already ready to rock and roll here by 3-4 minutes. I know, Emma, a little late, but that's okay. I had to do my yoga. All right. How's everybody doing?
Great.
Oh, it was good actually. I had just had barely a half an hour between the last meeting and our beautiful show that I'm so excited about. And I'm like, I need to do my yoga. I've not done it for the past few days. I need to do my yoga.
So we're glad you did it. Oh,
Yes, yes,
yes.
yes. It has been a beautiful day today. Beautiful day. Visiting the Dignitary was awesome, and it is awesome. So, how are you doing, guys? Good? How was your day?
Oh, our just great. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's pretty warm out.
Yeah.
But hey, it could snow tomorrow where
You
we are.
know, it's March Madness, so yes, it could. Does it do it that often on your side, guys? I always thought Reno wasn't.
No, not too often.
Okay. Just to remind you, there is some snow, just in case you missed it from the East Coast.
Um,
This is for you, Denise, just to remind you every time it snows. This is a sign for you, Denise, to remind you about the East Coast. Oh, so, but yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. I liked it. It was very nice outside as well, about 30s, 36. Beautiful.
it was like 60 degrees here today.
Okay, you don't need to rub it in, dear.
But I mean, we live in the mountains. The weather here just can change. I'm at 47. We're almost at 50,
Okay.
4,000 feet here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I know. I know mountains, the weather can change at a snap of a finger, which has always been interesting. And yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I know. So we're going to wait for a little bit more people to join us. Love working out. Okay. Somebody enjoy to taking risk and love working out. Okay, Jay. Very good. Don't know who Jay is, but very good. So we're waiting a little longer, guys, before we start, just to let people coming in before we talk about that absolutely awesomely awesome topic, which is visiting dignitary. So,
Yes, and I
pushing.
can't wait to hear about you.
Oh, oh. And I did the exercise today.
Okay,
Yes, I
they fun
did.
to do. No, it's just,
No, it was, as I said, amazing. Very, very good.
yeah.
It wasn't, as I said, it wasn't as difficult that it might have been 4 or 5 years ago. Lucky me, actually.
Mm.
Yeah. So,
So we can start. So we can set us again. What was the first thought after you did the homework?
yes. So I want to start how I did. Okay. So I read the instruction then you gave me. And the first I did actually wasn't on the front of the mirror. I was just sitting on a chair. And I was visualizing all of the parts, and I was looking at my hands, and I was looking at my arms, and I just look at it and see the positive side of it, basically. And it was, I would say, extremely interesting as I was going through the process of doing it, in which state I was. And it was just, there were nothing negative. Everything was just peaceful and beautiful. I don't know why. Actually, I don't know why. But it was just paying attention of the details.
But
And
you're putting positive attention on yourself. That usually feels good.
yeah. And I actually, yes, yes, it is so true. It was very peaceful, very healing, very peaceful, feeling the love and accept, I don't know, it's already done, but accepting the body, the outer shell.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, I don't know, very centering. It was calming.
That's good.
Yeah. So it
Yeah.
was, and I smiled actually. I was smiling when I was doing it.
Nice.
So it was very, I don't know, I don't know how to explain all of those feelings, but it was just beautiful. It was like being in a bubble of light and just being bathed by healing energies, by looking and observing, even, facing the mirror, looking at the face, the hair, the nose, the skin, the chin. It was just, like discovering in the same time and acknowledging the beauty
Mm-hmm.
of the outer shell, basically, of
Right.
my body. There were
Very
nothing, there were nothing negative about it. It was just embracing who I am from the outside, not from the inside, but from the outside, if that makes sense.
Uh,
Oh, of
of
course. Yes.
course, yes, that feeling of approval.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
It's like,
and
yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
uh, 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 no, you go ahead. I want to hear you.
It's just feeling good in your skin, basically. That's what I would say. Feeling good in your shoes, in your skin, uh, but a sense of love and peace. A very good sense of love and peace and contentment.
That's nice. Very good.
So, but I would have done that a few years ago. That would have not been that. But um,
Yes, you would have had more doubt, about everything first, and then you would have approved of some parts of it where I guess it's okay. Well, I'm not going to let no one else know this here about me. I don't approve of this here. I mean, and it'll just go on, and so you get to the point that, yes, you start disapproving of you, you
yes,
know. So I like what you did, and the more you do it, the more you appreciate yourself, and I mean, just my hands. I wash my hands, but I can use a little lotion, no,
mm-hmm.
clean my nails. I mean, it's just noticing more,
Yeah,
you know. And see, I did. I cleaned my nails.
Yeah,
See,
they look really
yeah,
nice.
yeah. We was complaining about that. We was complaining about that.
Wow, you had been digging in dirt outside.
Yeah.
the boss is in the house.
Uh, yes, but
But
it's yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, but at least I said, hey, well, at least I know it's some good dirt. I know what's up under my nails, and
mm-hmm.
but then I went and cut my nails and washed them, but like that, But it felt good playing with that moment, you know, just us interacting with each other, and both of us came into agreement. Yes, my nails need cutting and cleaning. No,
Positive reinforcement. Yes.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah,
It was for me, yeah, it was very healing. But even when I was doing the yoga, just not even 10 minutes ago,
uh
I
huh,
was still observing like the feet, the arch, I have a tattoo, so on my ankle, a small one, and I was observing it, looking at it, even the leg itself. I was more observing of it too. So that was very interesting. Even though I wasn't thinking to do, I was doing it, but I was visiting the dignitary because I was acknowledging that what I was doing yoga, which was funny actually.
Yes, and how many times you did yoga and really noticed that what you said?
The arch of your foot.
The arch on my feet. I
The-
noticed. I noticed when I used to do more often yoga. Now I'm restarting it, but when I was doing constant, all the time yoga, I used to notice my feet actually, the muscles in the feet,
uh-huh.
by the toes. I used to notice that. So, but I never did like I did tonight, which was looking at one specific area, looking at how beautiful the design of the arch is,
All right.
and you're looking at the heel. I did the same thing, the leg, the same thing. So for me, it was more, if you were a sculptor, that's what I would look for. You know what I mean? When you start to sculpt, that's what I would say. I was
Yes,
observing like I was a
yes,
sculptor, if that makes sense.
that's right. Yes, I mean, yes, I mean, it's really fun,
Hmm.
just checking out the parts of your bodies that you sort of take for granted. No,
Yes.
yeah, it's there, but and well, I got my arch like I want to now. I'm not really paying any more attention to it, you know,
Hmm.
but you enjoy that moment of you done got it where you want it and really enjoy it. Then hey,
Yes.
when so it's just like that,
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. It definitely felt like a sculptor or a painter or somebody's going to draw somebody else's, and you just start to look at all of the line, the curve, the detail, and some of the detail you don't even notice, and then all of a sudden you notice the detail on the skin, the tone. It's very very interesting. It's very peaceful. Actually, it's a very relaxing and peaceful exercise to do, and feeling the love and the acceptance of the body, which is amazing.
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
and you sort of look forward to going and do your yoga, because you really notice in your body,
Yes.
feeling it,
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna go and do because I haven't did it in 3 days.
Yep.
I mean that's fun, and go ahead and do it. But do you really feel like doing it? Are you really going to enjoy it? Are you doing it because you haven't done it in 3 days? No.
Well, at the beginning was I need to do this for because I have to do it. I need to do that at least 5 times a week.
Okay.
So yeah, I was my way say I have time, I need to do that. But while I was doing it, then the focus shift on the muscles, the position of the body, but the muscles, and see how as I was moving from one position to the others, how the muscles moves. So basically, it became like, oh, I got to do that to observing myself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you do that, the more you want to, how if I turn this way, and checking out the sculpture you put it, it's just like reform every time, over and over, and you get to feel that.
Yes. And I would say that the end is you feel beautiful. It's not
Yes,
narcissistic at all. It's just you feel the beauty and you feel beautiful.
yes, it is a really nice feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yes.
and it's all about you. You don't have to explain it to anyone
Mm-hmm.
but yourself. You know,
I agree.
Right.
Yeah, it's a very, very interesting exercise. As I said, I did it this morning, feeling the peace, the love. But by doing the exercise and observing the body, it just I don't know. There is something that kind of transform, or I cannot explain. Maybe you guys can explain, but I cannot explain how from, doing an exercise and no, I'm not looking at myself every 15 minutes in the mirror and say, oh, I'm so beautiful. No, it's not. But after the exercise, it's looking at how beautiful the body is. And my body is actually. And feeling beautiful afterward and said, I can see the muscles, I can see the details. I said it's like a sculptor just gonna start to do this masterpiece. And it's what I did is like carving. It was like I was carving my body basically.
Yeah.
But beautiful. And at the end, yeah, feeling good and feeling beautiful. Like I can go out and have fun now because I feel gorgeous, people.
Yeah, and a
Yeah.
fun thing to do it too is take a selfie of your face,
Oh,
after, before and after, and see if you think you look different.
I will do that actually. You're right. I didn't thought about that.
Because when you, after you do the exercise, you'll be relaxed,
Mm-hmm.
and notice if you look different.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
speaking of notice, you did say you looked it different when you looked in the mirror.
Yes, you do. But because you're smiling, because there is a change.
Right.
Even it, and even when I was doing it without the mirror, I could feel there were a change or a shift of some kind. I could felt it. Even with the yoga, like I'm sitting right now, I don't have mirrors where I'm at in my office, but I feel beautiful, and I don't know why. It's like okay, no idea, but I feel beautiful. I feel my body is beautiful.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
All of our bodies are beautiful if we take the time to
and
appreciate them.
Yeah.
yeah, that I was going to say that word you just said. You are appreciating who you are
Yes.
more.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So approve of you, no
Mm-hmm.
one else. Then if someone else do it, it make you feel even better.
Mm-hmm.
So,
But it's a very simple exercise to do. And as I said, I caught myself doing it when I was doing yoga, and I was not planning on doing it, but I went in that state and I just did it and observing. It was very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna use this every day actually, for sure, because I think it's a beautiful exercise and really it's really acknowledging the dignitary and visiting it. And we all need to do that. I will highly recommend this.
yes. Before, during, and after.
Before, during, and after.
Hmm.
Yes. Before was interesting for me, as I mentioned, because I got very shortly. Um, I mentioned like if I would have done that 5 years ago, I don't think I would have been able to do this completely, or it would have been very difficult, or it would have taken me quite some time to get where I am and what I'm explaining right now, because of the fact that we where we grow up, we never acknowledged we were beautiful, which actually was a good thing. I appreciated that. But accepting the outer shelf, accepting who I was from the outside, and loving myself. So because of Sonia Choquette, we did one exercise one day, and I needed to remove that brick, which was not feeling loved or beloved. And that was due to childhood. And being able to remove that big, heavy burden off of me several years ago, make it easier for me to do that exercise today. So there is some healing that people will go through when they're doing that exercise, especially if you don't accept of yourself, or because the way you grow up or whatever the healing needs to be happening. I believe there is some healing that will be happening. In my case today, is just acknowledging my body and really appreciate it more than I did before. So the healing part of it is already done, but it's appreciating. It's like the sculpture. You got your piece of marbles, you got your model, you are the model, and you're going to transfer this. And that's just, as I said, it was beautiful. I absolutely loved that exercise, and the feeling of love that came and the smile on my face that came automatically. It wasn't forced or like I'm going to be smiling from years to years as I was doing it. It just, I don't know, it brings peace to me. Very powerful, extremely powerful to me.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we've got, I can describe the exercises, the two that we're going to talk about today, if we're ready
Mm-hmm.
to do that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what we're going to talk about today are two sensuality exercises that we recommend to all people to do. And it's really important to you know to do the most you can to uh, bring yourself pleasure in ways that you like, and how you like to be touched and so on. And if you love yourself and your body, it's a lot easier to have a good time with someone else, with a partner. um, we recommend that you do these in order. That today we're going to talk about the first two exercises, and you do these exercises by yourself, not with a partner, just you. um, and these instructions are a guide. It's not like you have to do everything exactly like, except that we do suggest that you do them in order. Um, so it was great hearing Emma talk about how she loves herself more now, after having done these exercises. There's no specific amount of time that you should spend on these. You but allow yourself the time and the space to put your attention on them. We recommend that you pay attention to all of the exercises, and you do them in order each time. And it's also a good idea to do them often, not just once. Every time you do these exercises, you'll see something new. You'll learn something else about yourself. Um, so, the first exercise is called Visiting Dignitary. Yeah.
And from time to time, I will write down these here different feelings that I have, and then later on, I may read them 2 or 3 months later, just to see did I have the same feeling 2 months ago, or what is the different feeling, or the different thought, what did I learn from that, So it's like before, during, and after. So like everyday life.
Okay, very good. Um, the first thing that one of these exercises that we're going to talk about here today is called Visiting Dignitary. Um, in some ways, we might say that this is the most important of all the exercises, because if you do it properly, it will enhance the experience of your other exercises. So, what you do is you pretend that a visiting dignitary is coming to visit you. It could be anybody that you choose that you would want to, prepare your environment for. It could be a famous actor, or the Queen of England, or whoever it is. It could be, a friend, anybody. But, you pick someone and you have it be them be the reason why you're going to do this exercise. So then you choose a space. Maybe it's your bedroom, but in any case, it should be a place where you're not going to be disturbed, where you can close the door, and you know you're not going to have to answer the phone or answer the door or whatever. Um, but what you want to do is clean up your space so it looks nicer than it usually does. You don't want to spend like all day or all night cleaning. Just make it a step up from where it usually is, a little nicer. Um, Make sure if you're in your bedroom, you want the bed made. You want the curtains just like you like them, the light like you like it, all of that. So then what happens is your visiting dignitary just happens to have the same taste as you, because the dignitary is in fact you. You are the dignitary. We often treat ourselves shabbily, and the idea of pretending that you're a dignitary helps you start treating yourself better. Because you are a dignitary, you want to treat yourself like you're special and important and worthy, which you are, but we don't, sometimes we have to be reminded of that. Um, so, into your cleaned up room, you want to bring something that's pleasurable for each sense. For taste, get your favorite thing to eat, ice cream or fruit or piece of cheese or chocolate or whatever, and have that prepared to bring into the room. And also get something you like to drink. Maybe it's juice or a nice glass of special water or even a glass of wine. But the idea here is not to drink a lot of wine or to get drunk or anything like that. That's not the goal. You want to be present. And then you want to bring, so that's taste. The next thing you want is something nice to smell. Okay, so that could be flowers, it could be a scented candle, it could be an essential oil. I know I love lavender oil, and it's really soothing to smell and use on my skin. You want to put on some music so you've got your sense of hearing now. And you want to make sure that it's something that is going to, not be disruptive, like some music that you like, without a bunch of commercials. So if you have streaming music or CDs or whatever you have, you could put that on.
Not some wild rock band.
No wild rock band, no. We like, yeah. So you've got taste and smell and hearing there, and um, the next sense that you want to um, indulge yourself in is your sense of touch. You could lay out a nice piece of velvet or a feather, something a piece of silk, a silk scarf, um, whatever, a cashmere scarf is always nice. Something that just feels really good when you touch it. It could be a super soft leather glove or something like that. Um, Something that you enjoy touching and that you would touch just for the sheer pleasure of touching it. Um, the next sense is sight. So you want to choose something that you enjoy looking at. It could be a painting, a picture on your wall. It could be flowers that you brought into the room, or a candle, something that you enjoy looking at. It's all up to you what you enjoy. And then we have another sense that we like to talk about called conceptual thought. And conceptual thought in this case, we're talking about sensuality exercises. So it could be, it could be a romance novel or something that turns you on, a magazine, or just your own fantasies. But you want to include your mind, your conceptual thought in this exercise. Um, and then you find out after you get all this ready that the visiting dignitary will not be able to make it. So the space that you created is for your own special pleasure. So that's visiting dignitary. So you've done all those things to get your space ready for you, because you are special and you are the dignitary. Uh, then the next exercise that we recommend you do after visiting dignitary is called visual inventory. And usually, when we look in the mirror at ourselves, we're looking for something to fix. My hair's out of place, or is my whatever, are my clothes right? Whatever. We're looking for something that we have to change. But in this case, we're only going to look for things that you like about yourself, because as soon as you start approving of yourself, of one part of yourself, you'll find more parts attractive. It's funny like that in life. It's not, if you find something good or right, you'll find it more good and right versus finding it wrong. We suggest that you do this exercise, the visual inventory, um, with some mirrors. A full length mirror and a hand mirror are really good to have, um, and you want to look at yourself in the mirror, and you want to look for parts of your body that you like from the point of view of someone who's looking at you positively. Use the mirrors to view places you don't normally see, like the back of your head or your back, or wherever it is, the back of your knees. It could be anywhere. It could be your genitals, your crotch. But look at these places and regard them with approval. Um, you take the point of view of a researcher, and you're taking inventory of all the positive things about your body, all the things you like, and you can use different angles and different viewpoints. You can talk about this out loud, which is something you can do or not. Remember, you're alone. Take your time with this and enjoy your body. You can take breaks, have a snack. You can spend as much time doing this as you want to. And the more you like your body and your appearance, and the more you are turned on by them, the greater ability you will have to turn on others. You will, when you find yourself attractive, other people will. And you will have that elusive sex appeal. I think we all know folks that you say, gosh, he or she always looks happy or always looks content. Emma described her own experience earlier here in the session about how she felt about herself. And maybe, Emma, you want to repeat some of that for the folks who have more recently joined.
Okay. Well, when I started to do the exercise, actually, I was observing my body, and I will talk about even not the beginning, but what I did in a yoga, because when I was doing my yoga, I started to observe my feet. I was starting to observe the every detail on the feet, the arch, and how the design was beautiful. I felt like a sculptor, having a model and transforming that piece of marble that was me actually to a beautiful design. And just looking at the detail of the leg, the muscles, it was beautiful. It was very peaceful, loving, and just at the end of the exercise and observing myself, I felt beautiful. Not like I mentioned earlier, not in a narcissistic way, just like, hey, I'm beautiful. No, but the beauty, the love, the peace, feeling centered, feeling relaxed. It was just gorgeous. Looking at the lines, even like right now, I'm looking at my hands and I can see the shape of it, but it's not showing like you will see, oh, I have this and that. It's just seeing the beauty of it. Everything I'm looking at right now, I see it as beautiful, not with even with the scars that I have. I'm looking at some of my scars, and the scars are beautiful. To me, everything turned from a regular, well, it's my body, who cares, to a piece of art, basically. Looking at something for the first time.
That's right.
That's very good. That's
Mm-hmm.
exactly right. You know, we rush through our days most days, and to stop and take the time to relax, make your space special with visiting dignitary, and then to do your visual inventory. We all have things we like about ourselves, our bodies, and we all have things that we like more than some other things. But you know you have this body, and you might as well approve of it, um, because it's the only body you have. And no matter what else is going on with your body, there's going to be parts of it that you want to look at and pay attention to.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. And that's very transforming. Very, I don't know. When I started to do that this morning, it was very interesting because I did not do it on the front of a mirror first, but I was starting to look at the hair and I started to smile. Actually, it was not a fake smile. I just started to smile, and I don't know. It was very loving. It wasn't. It was very respecting the body itself, my body, and then do it on the front of the mirror and looking at the shape of the eyebrows, as looking at the shape of the eyes, noticing some details that that would not look normally, but just acknowledging it and found them beautiful. Even what I will not like normally, then I actually loved it, which is funny.
Say
That's
that. Say that again.
Stuff, then I would not like it, then I would criticize. Then it did not become a critique, it became a beauty.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's right. And you can also like touch parts of your body during this, and we'll get into in another session some other exercises that involve touching and figuring out what you like the most. But when you're doing your visual inventory, it's really important to stay positive. And the more you find right and good and approve of, then the more you'll approve of the next thing and the next thing. And, you'll find yourself, like Emma did, being calm, happy, turned on, whatever it is, but it's positive. Because you're approving of yourself, you're approving of this body that you inhabit every day.
Yes. Actually, I have one client. Excuse me. She did the exercises, um, and she went to work, and the her coworker said, "You got a boyfriend?" No. And she's, "No. Why?" She said, "You are glowing."
Mm-hmm.
No. And she said, "Oh, I am?" No, just like that. She said, "Well, I feel good." She said, "You smiling. I noticed you when you first walked in the door, and she had to walk down the hall, but this lady said she noticed her how she was glowing when she walked in the door, you know.
That's right. Like I was saying, we all know people or have observed people who at times just look so compelling. It's not about even physical beauty. It's about how you feel about yourself, and that shows to other people. Your face is relaxed. You feel confident in your body, and you feel good. When you feel good, you look good.
Right, and then a little bit of negativities that you going around with, what someone else think of you goes away. You just smiling, and feeling good, and them same people will see you, and they're like, I ain't gonna send nothing to her. She looking too happy.
I know. Are you more attracted to people who are more positive and happy and down to earth? And there is that je ne sais quoi. And I feel like by doing that exercise, you get to that je ne sais quoi.
Exactly, you do.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. As I said, that's a beautiful exercise. I will highly recommend to everybody because I did it the first time because I had to do my exercise, and I did it without even realizing I was doing it when I was doing my yoga. That was funny. I realized afterward, I'm like, whoa, I'm doing the visiting the dignitary while I was doing the yoga, noticing everything, noticing the muscles moving. It was very, very interesting, but I love that it's very peaceful, very, very peaceful.
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like the story she was saying, you can imagine the Queen of England or whoever, and just get the space ready for yourself, and then become that person and treat yourself like that, and like you turn it into a yoga, and you really enjoy your body, the
Yep.
feeling of who you are,
Mm-hmm.
like that. You
Yep. Did. Yeah, that was great, beautiful, great
Yeah,
exercise, very easy to do, and I think for people who don't accept themselves, it's a great way for healing and accept ourselves because that's
it
the biggest
sure
thing.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
a
just it's also, it doesn't have to be like something is wrong that you have to fix. That's not at all where we're coming from. The idea is it's right. You're right the way you are. Your body is right the way it is. Let's put some attention on yourself and appreciate yourself. Make the room nice with the visiting dignitary. Involve all your senses. Connect with those. Like I said, we rush through days often where you're doing one thing to the next. Getting up, getting dressed, going to work, or whatever you do. You can forget about. It's easy to forget about taking the time to put attention on yourself, positive attention like this. So it's just a good reminder to bring you back into the world of who am I and what do I like about myself. Often we think that some physical trait like that society says is important, that you got to be thin and you got to be young and you got to be, your hair has to be a certain color or whatever it is. There's lots of things like that. But, we all have aspects of ourselves, our bodies that are worth loving.
Hmm.
And it's, if you like yourself, other people are much more inclined to like you and want to be around you than if you don't like yourself. And people who don't like themselves are not happy people. They're generally miserable people. And, there's enough misery in the world that's being created for us without us disliking ourselves.
That's right. And people's ask, like, why can't I stay in a relationship? Well, what about the relationship you in with yourself? No, you have to really get in a grip with who you are and really strengthen the relationship that you have, with yourself versus on pointing the finger at someone else. So it's like that.
Mm-hmm. I agree. We have to love ourselves first, and that's a great exercise, I believe.
Yeah,
Bring that. I'm talking about healing when you start to love yourself, and that comes with bringing peace. And I think that exercise encompasses that as well. So that's why I love that exercise. I said I did it automatically this afternoon, so this evening. But no, that's great. I love that exercise. So I'm gonna definitely practice this every day because it's not that difficult to do it, but it's just taking the time to do it.
yeah. Like you talk about your
You what?
bundling, your meeting. What's the word? You walking down the aisle and there's soap.
Oh,
Uh,
are you talking well, Titi?
yeah,
Bundling,
there
bundling,
you go.
Bumbling?
Yeah,
bundling. That's in bundle when you add two to form a
Oh,
package.
bundle. Okay.
right.
Bundling.
Bundle.
Yes, we are
Yeah,
bundling. I'm gonna bundle it with the yoga. It's very easy. Even if you walk, you could do it.
that's right.
Uh, you can do it well, not maybe while you're driving, not a good idea. But
No,
if you're in an office and you can take a couple of minutes, put a reminder on your phone for 5 minutes to do it when you walk around the building, then that's great. I think it's great. It's very easy to do. It doesn't require that much afterwards. But yes, I felt that it was beautiful, loving, grounding, feeling good in my skin. Love it. Love it.
right. Think about how many times you pick up that cell phone just to check the email and then say, "Oh, it's nothing." So
Mm-hmm.
you can admire yourself that many
Hmm.
times. You know,
Yes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
the floor is open for any questions anybody want to ask. No. So like that. You got any questions over there?
I don't have any question. Nobody wants to talk to me right now on Instagram, which is terrible. Come on, people, don't be shy. We're never gonna give you your name. We're just gonna get the questions. That's all. So no, I did not receive any DM right now or direct messages about that exercise. But I would highly recommend for people to try it and maybe let us know how they feel about it as well, because I think it's crucial to try it as well. I know you might be intimidating to do it, but you know what? It's worth it. It's
You
worth to
know,
try it.
yeah. Remember, you're going to be alone. The idea you do this by yourself, for yourself, in a room with no one else there. This is a private exercise that you're doing for yourself. And we want it you want to involve all your senses: sight, smell, hearing, taste, touch, and conceptual thought. So it's all about you. It's all for you.
Absolutely, yeah. That's what I love. So and that doesn't gonna turn you as a narcissistic person or not. So
You have to love yourself, like Dr. Goodman said. What's your relationship like with yourself? Self-love is not a bad thing. You have to love yourself and respect yourself. If you love yourself, it's easier to respect yourself, to respect your body. There's all kinds of ways you can respect your body. Eat good food. You know, eat healthy foods that are good for you, that taste good, and that those are ways that you can respect yourself, and those are ways to love yourself, by treating yourself well.
But when we do that, do we really taking care and visiting the dignitary? Because you can do that. You can take care of yourself. You can eat good food. But if you don't love yourself, that's missing.
Right.
Yeah, it's a missing piece. It's the biggest missing piece, actually. And from there, then you're, like you said, you guys acknowledge it, then you get in a better relationship with people, for sure, with
Right.
everybody.
hmm this is one act of doing this exercise, is visiting dignitary visual inventory, is it's deliberate. It's very deliberate, and it's deliberate pleasure. Fixing, straightening up your room and bringing in, those things that you enjoy, that you enjoy, the smell, the taste, the sight, all that. It's deliberate pleasure. Um, it so it's a good thing to have. The primary relationship isn't just about two people. It's about being an individual and strengthening the relationship with yourself. Having a good relationship with yourself is the primary ingredient to have a successful relationship with others.
Hmm.
If you're at peace with yourself, you don't look for love and gratification and approval and appreciation from someone else. You already have that. You love yourself, you appreciate yourself, you can gratify yourself, in many ways. So it's important to pay attention first and foremost to yourself. And it's a lot of stress and burden that you take away from somebody else. I think we have often unrealistic expectations about what we can what we think we want from somebody else. And really, there's a lot that we can provide for ourselves. Um, Last week we were talking about, often people in a relationship want that partner to be their golf partner, their cooking partner, their husband, maybe the father of their children, whatever it is, or vice versa, all wrapped up into this one human. And that's a big setup for disappointment, because you know it just is. And so it's important to keep in mind that you don't need to look to your partner to like find you attractive before you can find yourself attractive. If you
Hmm.
find yourself attractive, I guarantee you that other people will find you attractive. And it's a deep sense of attraction. I don't mean just that your hair looks nice and your clothes are nice. It's that you feel good about you, and that you love yourself. That if you think enough of yourself to love yourself and to be willing to acknowledge that, then other people will be drawn to you. The person that you live with, or if you're not in a relationship, maybe you don't want to be. It doesn't matter. You're doing this for yourself, not for somebody else.
Yeah, like you were saying, you feel good. You um, What else the other word you said? What?
Beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
beautiful. Mm-hmm.
yes. No, like that, and you're not really caring or worrying about who else,
Nope.
how that feeling about you. You
Nope.
know, you feel that way, you
Yeah,
know. Yeah. And
that's
go ahead.
that's the energy that came out at the end because what we're talking about as well is energy. So if you feel beautiful, the energy of beauty will come out of you and people will sense it. It's all about how you feel, and since we're vibrational being, that energy will automatically be noticed by people because that energy will interact with everybody and go in somebody else's field that they're gonna look at you and say, "Yay, sexy mama here." And even though you're not looking to uh, maybe you're passing by or you do minding your own business, you're gonna be noticed. Like you said earlier, you're gonna be noticed, unbeknownst to yourself, because you're not looking to do anything. You're just minding your own business.
Right. And, we all, like I said, we all know people or have encountered people who
Mm-hmm.
we feel good around, and we may not know why at
Yeah.
all. It might not be somebody that you would typically find physically attractive, even. It might be a
Mm-hmm.
member of a gender that you're not interested in sexing with. It might just be like, whatever, but people feel, you radiate good. When
Yes.
you feel good,
Mm-hmm.
like the energy comes from you, and
Mm-hmm.
people can sense that,
Yeah.
and it makes you attractive to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like this morning, you said, I haven't done my homework yet, but I'm going to, you know. Uh, uh, right away. No, it's okay, and but it was like you was looking forward to that,
Yes, I
you know.
did. I was
Yeah,
actually. Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and now you realize that you was already doing it.
Yeah, I did it tonight without realizing it. Yes, while I was doing yoga. Yes,
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I have no idea. I was just like, oh, the arch of the foot. Oh, the heel,
Well,
and
you've
looking.
opened, it's a matter of opening up your mind
Mm-hmm.
too, because paying attention. It's your
Yep.
same foot that's been attached to your leg all these
Yep.
years,
Yes.
and
Lucky
um,
me. No, no. I just leave it at night and just put it in a closet.
no,
Yes,
I know. Thank
really.
I
God for
know.
those feet. I
Yeah.
actually worked with a young woman who had no feet, and I mean, you wouldn't know by looking at her because she had prosthetics, but someone
Yeah.
else told me about that, and she had gotten this infection as an infant, and they had to
Oh.
amputate her feet.
Oh.
Um, and thank God we have feet, because not
Yes.
everybody
Yes.
does. And
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, and I've always liked my feet. I don't know why, but I think they're beautiful. I think because my father liked my feet. He used to say I have feet like a deer, and so I always liked my feet. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. And I was speaking of like, we did that exercise that we stood in front of a mirror, we actually videoed it,
oh yeah.
yeah. And we actually went from uh hair to toes, just really admiring our body, you know. And she was in her space doing it, and I was in my space doing it, and it was just like uh, totally, honestly, what I want to describe it as today. uh, well, my first thought was Adam and Eve, not a
Mm-hmm.
care in the world,
Yeah.
no, and just enjoying that moment in time, and everything was good,
Mm-hmm.
and you approve of everything, you know, and that's the way I felt with my looking at my body, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and so, and as well as Denise was, I was looking at the video of hers, and that's the way she was having me feel. She was really approving of herself. You know,
Yes. Yep.
and I could feel it just through the looking at the video.
Mm-hmm.
And so it really is a good feeling to have that feeling about yourself, regardless of what is going on. But you have that feeling about yourself. You are approving of you. You know,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
yeah.
No, I think it's a beautiful exercise. So
Yeah,
people
and
should be doing it definitely.
the idea of you approving of you. If you
Oh, they're gonna come back in a sec. I think I lost track of them too. It's like Emma is losing track. Whoops. This is what happened when the hour passed here at the sea show. We lose track of each other.
okay,
Time
I
flies when
know.
you're having
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Exactly. So what were
well,
you saying, Denise?
what I was starting there to say is that if you start from good, so if you approve of yourself, then you can go to more than good, right? But if you start from not approving of yourself, it's much it's a much bigger lift to get to good, from bad to good, than it is from good to better. So, you know, why disapprove of anything about yourself when you don't have to? It's your choice.
That is so true. That is so true. But that's why that dignitary exercise is so good. It helps people to reclaim that, reclaim the beauty, reclaim who we are.
Right. You're worth it. You're
Mm-hmm.
worth cleaning up your room, straightening it up, bringing in flowers or a candle or whatever it is that you enjoy, because you're worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. So no, it was good. So I would highly recommend to people to definitely do that. And if someone wants to share later on, let us know how they did. That will be great as well, because I think it's a great journey. It's a great way to do things, but really opens ourselves up to bring more love in our lives. That to me is one of the biggest take out of it.
Right.
And since nobody want to send you questions, if they're okay with coming up and giving up, they 5 minute talk, I'm okay with that.
I will let you know if somebody wants to talk, but I think they're gonna be scared and say we do not want to talk at all.
Yeah, yeah,
We're
well,
scared
it's okay
now.
to listen. It really is because I listened to it quite a few times, and like I took the basic sense course,
Mm-hmm.
sexuality course, at least 5 times before, I really got the logistics of it, and felt like more about who I am. You know. So yes, uh, I thought I knew everything about sex, but I was just so, how you put it, scratching the. God, you haven't said that in a long time.
Uh-oh.
They're just scratching the surface.
Yes, it's like the
You know,
tip of the iceberg.
there you go.
Yeah.
So it is a lot to learn. You
Mm-hmm.
know, but
It's also very natural.
uh, yes, it's a lot to learn. Also, it's a lot to confront because you already know it.
Mm-hmm.
This is come natural, but you now confront a lot of it. Just like your elbow, you lay it down all the time and never thought about think about the feeling
Yeah.
of it.
Mm-hmm.
No, so it just you just became unconscious of that, but it
Mm-hmm.
still have feelings.
Right.
Yep.
Speaking of your elbow, I had developed what do you call it? Like a pocket of inflammation on my elbow, about a year or so ago, and I was telling Dr. Goodman that my elbow hurts, and and this and that, and I said I don't think about my elbow, until it hurts, and then he reminded me that he looks at every square inch of his body all the time. And, when I thought about that, it's like, why should I ignore my elbow? It's part of me. I should treat my elbow better. If I did, it wouldn't be hurting right now. I was leaning on that elbow and I caused it to become inflamed.
Hmm.
It might sound like a silly example, but it's not.
Because it happened.
Right.
Exactly. But I agree with you too. That's what I'm going to start to do with my shoulders, actually. You're saying that. Hmm.
Oh yeah, I had a habit of putting my hand in my chin, and after a while, my neck just go whatever way it
Stop
goes,
that.
you know, just like that, and I'm like I straighten up. I'm like, why is my neck hurting? Well, you're just letting it go in your neck, in your hand.
Hmm.
You're not really propping yourself up with it no more.
Hmm.
So hey, people have different habits. Teach you uh, probably told quite a few people's on here set up in the chair
Hmm. No,
because
exactly.
then we know
We
really.
had to sing a song. Sit up straight and fold your hands. This is
Really?
Catholic school. Catholic school. We had to sit there and sing a little song. Sit up. I still remember this. It's imprinted on me. Sit up straight and fold your hands. Second graders or whatever grade you were in of St. Anthony's School. I mean, I. That is so funny. Love
Really,
it.
yeah. But it's simple as that, and yes, I mean, truthfully, mom and dad used to say to your alarm, no, you sit, you sit on the sofa, sit back, sit up,
Hmm.
no, no,
Exactly. Take care of your
exactly,
body.
no,
Don't become a whale. Just sit up.
really,
Yeah, an expression we use in Europe. Yeah, you're like
yeah,
a you're sitting like a whale. Okay, let me sit straight.
right,
Exactly. No, but
yeah.
yeah. So I would be curious for people to do the exercise and let us know how they felt by doing the exercise. And again, it's not a one time, but is taking this and put it into your daily things to do. So you remind of yourself and you're learning to accept and love your body.
Yes, it's we always said take it and make it your own, you know,
Yes.
because I mean it's a part of you that you are non-confronting, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, you might as well enjoy you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Agree. Oh,
yeah.
yes. Totally agree with that. Our beauty is
So
beautiful.
yeah, like I was saying, make it part of your job. I mean, you was, the, talking about the soap and stuff. It's like, oh, well, you feel good about that soap,
Mm-hmm.
or the dress or whatever. It's like you go in there with the same feeling that soap gonna have you feel. When you smell it, you feel good, you know. So treat your body like that before you go
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. When you walk out of your door,
Mm-hmm.
that's the way you feel. You want to
Yes.
feel good, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Yeah,
I agree. That sets the tone for the day.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Um,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
so we got 59 people there, I mean, any of y'all can talk, and then I appreciate it, if you do the homework, or just make it part of your life, you know. You are re-waking up that part of your life just by listening to me. So it's all about you enjoying you. So do it. No.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like it's those are wonderful exercise. They're very simple to do. They're not very complicated like, oh my God, I have to do this, elaborate, blah blah. No, not at all. And it's easy to do, takes a few minutes. Maybe the first one mm, take a little longer, but after that, if you take this and do this every day, then it's getting easier and easier. Transformation is beautiful.
Yeah. Now, explain the person why you feel like it take a little longer.
Well, if you do the full one at the beginning and you have to set up the room, the ambiance for the dignitary that's supposed to come and visit, so it's going to take a little longer. But after that, if you don't set up the room but just do it directly in front of a mirror, or if you're doing it like I did for my during the yoga, it was a few minutes where I was looking at the movement. I noticed things. So after that, it becomes more natural because you may be going to be walking at the grocery store and you're going to look at your hands and you're going to notice your hands. And maybe you're going to grab something from the shelf and you're going to notice your arms. You're going to notice your, what do you call it? I forgot in English, where you put your, what do you call it? Wrist. So after that, it's going to be more natural. It's not going to be like you're going to stage a room. You can do it naturally in the front of a mirror, or you're going to go take a shower. As you're, undressed, you're going to notice something when you're under the shower. You're going to, washing your body and you're going to look at your legs. You're going to look at your back. Maybe you're going to look at your stomach or your shoulders. And you're going to start to notice as you're doing activities. So it becomes part of your daily life.
There you go. That's all I want you to say.
And you were praying and said, Emma, you're going to come out with it? Are you going to say the words?
I know you're gonna say it. Yeah, it's all about you. And the more you say it, the more you do it. It's just like getting up. When I wake up, make a cup of coffee. I'm enjoying it. I know where the coffee at the filter. I
Mm-hmm.
just like I have a certain way I open the filter. And
Mm-hmm.
put it in the filter. Just enjoying that moment. You know,
Yes.
and the right amount of coffee, the right amount of sugar. You know, I mean the whole thing. And then come in here. A lot of times I take take Denise a cup of coffee. Something breakfast. Like that. But a lot of times I just make coffee, come down to the studio, and start my day. And that's turning on the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, it's part of the routine. As I said, you notice few things, which is awesome. So, mm, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I know sometimes she want to sleep in, and sometimes I, wake up or take her to coffee and set it there quietly. If she raised up, you know, if she don't, I'm gonna walk on back out of the
Mm-hmm.
room, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just like that. So,
Yeah. So that's
but
why I'm just,
yeah.
it's, as I said, it's super easy to do. I don't know. I don't know. It's,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
do know. What else that you doing is just the visiting dignitary of me just going in there making coffee, putting it there, and knowing that she's going to enjoy that coffee when she wake up.
mm-hmm.
I mean that's what's really pleasurable to me.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's so special. I never get tired of somebody making a cup of coffee for me in the morning. It's particularly someone who knows just how I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's, with those little things mean so much.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? To be honest with you, those are the little things that really touch you. And I'm talking with myself. When people do little things, you don't have to do big things. But when you do little things, I felt it has a tendency to give more meanings. A big thing is great, okay? Don't get me wrong. But sometimes the little things makes a huge difference as well. It's bigger than the bigger things.
Right. Yeah. I mean, just like today, I was doing something. She just walked up there and stroked my head, on my head, and kissed me. I was no, I was eating. Yeah. And I had to swallow what I was eating, but I turned around and said thank you. You
Mm-hmm.
know. And it was just like the appreciation, the feeling that comes with that. It just goes and goes and goes. And
Mm-hmm.
every time I look at her, it was like I could think of that. I could think of yesterday, the cookies that she was the pumpkin
The
cookie.
pumpkin cookies.
Yeah. Now
I don't
she
want to. I want to say sorry to interrupt you right now, but I think Denise is trying. He wants the pie. He
What?
wants another pie. He wants
wants
another
another
pumpkin.
pie.
Yeah,
What?
another
Oh,
pumpkin pie. Have you done the pumpkin pie yet? Because he talks a lot about the cookies and the
we ate
pie.
it.
Oh,
Mm,
she wait,
The
yeah,
pie
wait.
went really
mm,
quickly.
She cooked a dozen or 2 dozen of them
2 dozen of the big cookies, and I
cookies.
froze some.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
They're big and soft and have pecans and raisins in them. So good.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh
Now
yeah.
we're gonna show up at your place in an hour to just eat the rest of the cookies. We're gonna
Uh,
raid your freezer.
Okay, I'll FedEx you some cookies. Uh,
excuse me. Yeah, we was talking about Dow beaming us up. You know,
oh,
so I can just beam in here and have some cookies.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So.
I
But
know.
but yeah, it is like that. Earlier I was talking to somebody, and I said first time I talked to Lois, it's like she had took one of my courses, and I haven't taught in 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
So but we was such in a connected, and in sync with each other about life itself. We were just like sisters and brothers. Because I said my grandma said a closed mouth don't get fat. And she said, my grandmother said the same thing. I'm pretty much close to it. you know, uh, like that.
Oh my God.
So, but I don't know exactly where I was going with that, but it's the point of being in sync and being, one with your body, you know,
Yes.
and so that was the feeling that I got from her is that we became one,
Mm-hmm.
because we was on the same page, and so it's like that, and it also like that with Denise and I, we
Mm-hmm.
become one, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and so I can say something and she can finish the statement, you know, and vice versa,
Mm-hmm.
because we know each other thoughts and like that, you know. I ain't gonna say I know everything she's thinking, I ain't gonna try to think everything she's thinking, but we talking about something, we know how to like, uh, what's the word, collaborate with each other while we
Yes.
talking. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I totally agree with you. So that's why it's a great exercise, and I don't know, it brings more peace and love. That's what it's all about. And doing it on a daily basis, absolutely. Very easy to do.
Right, and you're doing it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So only person that had to prove is you. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and so I mean that's really fun. I do it. And um, I clean up my room sometime, just different things, and just approve of it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and special. I mean, after I clean it, I went it uh, early and made a fire.
Mm-hmm.
I just okay. I know it's not that cold, but still, I might want to do something later. Or, I know just it was like that. So, and I might turn it off later tonight. But in the
Mm-hmm.
case, it's it's like that. You know.
Oh,
It
that's
felt
beautiful.
good. You know.
Yes. And that's what it's all about. It's feeling good and dignifying our body, acknowledging it. And that's what I like. It's learning to acknowledge our outer shell, our bodies. One of the most difficult things to do, for sure.
That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Your body's a vessel for your mind, for the brain of the computer up there, and appreciating it and loving it
Mm-hmm.
is important.
And that's what,
Self love is a good thing.
and there's a big lack of self love because of the world we're living in. Like you said earlier, and every century has been like that when they said the criteria of beauty, what is beauty? Yeah, no. Beauty is who we are, not a set of measurement. Just like they tell us that the criteria of beauty, which is like, no, it's not. Because we're all different. We're all beautiful in our own ways. We should not be measured about it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So accepting who we are and loving and respecting our own bodies.
That's the key. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's loving yourself. You know, we had quite a few clients that have became the president and their own business and all this stuff. But they still couldn't stay in a relationship.
Yeah.
So why can't I be in a relationship? I got all of this, nice car, house, and stuff, but I can't be in a relationship. No. And I said, when the last time you had a relationship with yourself? I said, why should I have a relationship with myself? Hmm. I said, well, that's where you should start at. You know, I said, well, actually, I said, that's a good idea to start there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the relationship with yourself. Who are you? And you say, well, I got my own business, I got this, and I got my own car. I said, yeah, you got all that, but who are you?
Exactly. What did you
He
say?
couldn't. Yeah, he couldn't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so, but I mean,
Yeah.
after the course, he was talking, and this lady was standing up there talking to him the whole time, and she said, "I'm finna go get lunch," and invited him. He said, "You invited me to lunch?" She said, "Yeah, I'll pay for it." He was shocked. Huh?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
she- and and
Mm-hmm.
uh, and he said, "Why? You like me?" She said, "Why not?" No, I think you're a nice guy. I mean, she was just saying good things about it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, like, he never thought about it himself. No,
Yeah. That's
no,
most of the time is the case. We don't
yeah,
think about it. But when somebody
yeah, he's seen it in everybody else and
mm-hmm.
doing everything else and had his own business, but he didn't see uh, the romance and the relationship he had with himself.
Exactly. Start with us. Don't try
Yeah,
to find love somebody else's. Start with
yeah,
us. If we don't love
yeah.
each other, nobody's gonna love us,
Yeah.
honestly.
And now his friend said, "You like me?" He said,
Mm-hmm.
"Why not?"
Exactly. It's available. Why not, buddy?
No. Mm. And then after he came back in the course and said that he just figured out that he had to like himself. He didn't like himself. He
Yeah.
thought about everybody else but himself. He didn't like himself. But
Mm-hmm.
after he did the same exercise, he said he liked himself, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and he found out who he were.
Yeah. That's the key. He found who he was.
That's right.
That's the key. When you're accepting yourself, you found who you are, and then you can embrace everybody around you.
Right. For the people who joined later here, I could really want to just run through
Yeah.
the exercises that we talked about um, here today. Um, Let me just, um, I think that might help because we do know that some of you were not here earlier. What we recommend are some sensuality exercises, and it's these exercises are important because if you know what you like, then it's easy to explain to somebody else and to have fun with a partner. We recommend that you do these exercises in the order that we give them. To right now, we're going to talk about two exercises, and you want to do these by yourself, not with a partner. So the idea is, and there's no specific amount of time you need to spend on these, but mostly, like, there's a total of 5 or 6 different exercises, but you can do them all within an hour or so, but it's up to you. And you get more out of these exercises if you do them if you do them often with like a slightly different focus. So the first exercise is called Visiting Dignitary. Um, and it's really most important because it enhances the experience of the other exercises. You pretend that a visiting dignitary is coming. It could be anybody that you would admire, and feel like you had to get your space ready for. You could pretend it's the famous person that you would always wanted to meet, or the Queen of England, or whoever it is that you would enjoy hosting. So you pretend they're coming to visit you, and you choose a space, like maybe your bedroom, and you clean it up so that it looks nicer than normally does. You don't want to spend a whole day painting the room and all that, but you want to just make it a step up from where it normally is. I guess unless you're a real slob, but anyhow, that's um, you know, your visiting dignitary, as it turns out, likes all the exact same things that you do. So, we want to start treating ourselves like a dignitary, and because you really are the visiting dignitary, and you're worth it. So, into your cleaned up room, you want to bring something that's pleasurable for each of the senses. Um, for taste, get your favorite ice cream or fruit or whatever it is, that you enjoy having, that you may be very special, and, something you like, and something to drink. Some water or juice or even a glass of wine. But the idea here is not to drink a lot and get a buzz. Just you want to be present in your body. You also want to bring something nice to smell. So your sense of smell is another sense. It could be flowers or candle, or I really like lavender essential oil. I enjoy that in my environment and also on my body. So you really want something that is noticeable that you smell. And you want to bring something in, put some music on that will appeal to your sense of sound. Not a loud, raucous bunch of music, something soothing and soft, something that is unobtrusive. You ideally want to not have commercials in there. Something that you can put on and leave on and not have to tend to get up and change the music. So you've got that. And then you want to get something to address and to appreciate your sense of touch. Um, get something that you like to touch. It could be a piece of velvet cloth, a silk scarf. It could be a feather, something that you would like to stroke and enjoy. And then for sight, you might already have a pretty picture in that room, or you could use your flowers or candles to look at and really appreciate. But you've got your sight. Um, so, and then the last sense that we include is conceptual thought.
Yeah. Adding on to the site, you want to create what you see and know, and that you can imagine, into the site of looking into the flowers and actually like looking into a fire and see the atoms.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
So really create the space with it that you're looking at within. Okay.
All right, good. And then the last sense is conceptual thought. You can use your own ideas about fantasy or pleasure, or you could use some external stimulus, like a romance novel or something that you find that would turn you on. Um, and then what happens is you find out that the visiting dignitary is not going to make it, and the space is just for your own pleasure, your own special pleasure. Um, so now you're ready for the second exercise, which is visual inventory. Usually, when we look at ourselves in the mirror, we're looking for something that's wrong. Is my hair fixed right? Are my glasses on straight? Whatever it is, you're usually looking for something that you want to change because you don't find it right. But in this exercise, you're only going to look for things that you like about yourself. Because as soon as you start approving of one part of yourself, you'll find other parts more attractive. We like to do this with a full length mirror and a hand mirror. Remember, you're alone in your room, the door is closed, nobody's going to bother you, and you can choose to be dressed or not dressed. It's kind of fun to do it if you without any clothes on. And what you want to do is look for the parts of your body that you like, and maybe from the point of view of somebody who's looking at you with a positive attitude. Um, look at places you don't normally see. The back of your head, the back of your knees. Look at your body, and also look at the places that you see often, your face, your hair, and approve of them. You are a researcher in this exercise, and you're taking inventory of all the positive things about your body, all the things you like, and that's why we call it a visual inventory. Um, you know, be imaginative. Look at different angles and viewpoints. People can see us from all different angles, but we typically can't see ourselves. Yes.
Yeah, like the way you walk up and stop and stand a certain way. Uh, certain people say, "Oh man, look the way she stand," but you don't think about it. So do that in the mirror. Sort of stand different poses and look at yourself. Look around at yourself. So you can see what other people see, and imagine that. You can create that space.
Right. During this visual inventory, take your time and enjoy your body. You can take breaks, have a snack, do whatever you want to do. But the idea here is to think good thoughts and positive thoughts, because the more you like your body and your appearance and the more you're turned on by them, the more you'll have the ability to turn others on, and you will have sex appeal. We all know people who just seem to feel good, not because you touched them, but being in their presence is somehow feels good. They feel good. You feel good when you're around them. These are likely positive people who feel good about themselves. So, the whole idea here is to take the time to get your space ready in a way that, it involves all your senses: sight, smell, touch, hearing, taste, conceptual thought. Um, you're worth it. Get all that ready. And then do a visual inventory. Start with the thing you like the most. Maybe you really like your blue eyes or brown eyes or green eyes or whatever it is, or your nose or your ear. It could be anything. It could be that beauty mark that, you know, is so cute on your chin or whatever. There's something that we all like about ourselves. If not, man, I don't know what you're going to do, but there.
Have a
um,
little glass of cognac
really,
before you start. Not getting drunk, just a little buzz. So
yeah.
you can
So
appreciate yourself. Hopefully
yeah,
you do. We all have something we like, I hope.
right. And when you find something right and good, then it's easier to find another thing good. If you get yourself into a negative frame of mind about anything, especially about yourself, then you're setting yourself up to lose in a big way.
I
You
agree.
know,
Mm-hmm.
life is here to enjoy, and we're blessed, most of us, to live in a free society here in the U.S. anyway. And there's a lot of stuff we don't have to worry about, and that we take for granted. So take it another level, and really learn to appreciate yourself.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like you said, it's a very easy exercise to do. Can be done on a daily basis as well, and really brings all of the benefits to us and everybody else's by ripple effects, but to us, and bring the love, the peace. Hmm?
Right. Yeah. So that's visiting dignitary and visual inventory. So we recommend that you do these exercises, and you might even want to start a journal, get a notebook or whatever, and or type it on your computer and write down your experience, and how you felt before, during, and after doing these two exercises, because they're going to set you up for doing additional exercises that we're going to talk about, not today, but in future sessions. So
Mm-hmm.
if you do these exercises, you'll be ahead of the game.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And Emma had fun
Yes, I
doing
did.
doing exercises.
Yes. I was looking forward to it. since yesterday. So yes, I had a lot of fun doing it.
But we resist. I'm a wait. You wait till the day we're going to talk about it, and that's human nature, and that's okay. But it's just an example. We tend to resist pleasure and resist
Well,
good.
it's not that. I had so much to do. I would
Yeah,
have done that the day before, but I had so much things to do that I did not want it to rush it. I
good.
wanted to take my time. So I would have done that yesterday. I would have rushed it and I would not been the same result as of today. Today I
That
made space for it.
that's an excellent point. If
Mm-hmm.
you have the dog barking and the doorbell ringing and whatever it is, people wanting things from you in your
Exactly.
household, if you have people in your household, that you
I
have
had,
to create the space and
yes.
the time to
Yeah.
do these exercises to get the most out of them.
Right. Yeah, because I mean, you wanted to do them, and then once I talked to you yesterday, you feel like you put yourself on the spot. Now you really wanted to do them because you seen you felt the gratification already.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I wanted to do it. I'm like a kid. It's
that's
like
right.
Christmas all over.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
So yes. And it was fun to do it, but taking the time to do it and being in the right state of mind, not feeling rushed, not feeling pressure, just do it. And it was great because it was beneficial as well because I had to give a call afterwards. Then I did without even, I was talking and life was good. Even if it wasn't that great of a talk, it was not, it did not change the state of mind where I was in, which was peace. So those are great exercise to do, but take your time to do the first one and don't rush it. If you're planning on rushing it, don't even do it. Do it when you got the time
That's right.
because
that's
you're going to ruin the moment and you're not going to feel what you're supposed to be feeling. And then you're going to say, well, what the heck? I'm not going to do this because blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no, take your time. That's why. Couldn't do it yesterday. I had little time to breathe. It was going crazy all day long. And by the time I was done by 10 o'clock at night, I'm like, I am too tired. I'm not even going to
Yeah,
bother. Mm.
that's right.
that's right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when like I get up in the morning and like just do it, making a cup of coffee, and just go through that little process, and then if I wanted later on, take a shower, take a bath, just relax, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Exactly.
just take my time and do it. I mean, like yesterday, Sunday was Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Monday
just
yesterday.
what's
Today is
Monday.
Tuesday.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
yes, Sunday, yeah.
Okay.
I just got my bath water ready, I turn on the Bible, and I just laid there and listened to the Bible, for about an hour until the water started to cool off. So it's about 45 minutes, you
Nice.
know. But like that, and then I got up, and got ready, and I was just comfortable, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So I didn't feel rush. No, I know what I was going to do next, and no, thought I know what I was thinking about doing next,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up thinking about doing a lot of things, and I think maybe I did the last one, and I got up this morning and I did some of the other things that I thought about doing yesterday, but it wasn't no big thing, and uh, so what was the first thing? Oh yeah, take the clothes out of the laundry, out of the dryer, uh, that I didn't do last night. Um, oh yeah, go and get some coffee filters. Uh,
You like your coffee, isn't it?
yeah. Let's see what else
Yeah.
I was going to do yesterday that I didn't do. Um, oh yeah, go and get the sugar container. I need to refill my sugar container, and
Mm-hmm.
eventually, but it wasn't something that I was needed to do, but I okay, I'm gonna go and do it this, so it can be more convenient for me to be down here in the kitchen or like that, And so I went shopping, went down in my basement.
Yeah, you didn't have to leave the house to do any of that. It's like you went to go get coffee filters. It's like, yeah, do you know how many coffee filters we have in this house? You have to walk out the
So,
door and into the other door and there, open the drawer,
Really?
and there's
so,
10,000 coffee filters in there.
so basically, you can build a house with the coffee filters.
Yeah,
At least a room.
it's just, yeah. Uh,
I love it.
yeah, but I mean that's also pleasurable to not have to run to the store all the
Yeah.
time. If you so I mean, there's things that you can do to honor yourself and to pleasure yourself in all dimensions. It's not just about how you feel in your crotch. It's about how you feel. You got to start with how do you feel about yourself as a human being, and
Yeah.
if you treat yourself well, then everything else becomes easier.
Right.
You gotta like who you are.
Right.
I mean, it's like there's like and there's love, and both of those are important. And it's good to both like yourself and love yourself. I an interesting thing that I did. My mom passed away in 2015, and I went back east, and I'd moved away a long, long, long time ago. And I forgot about some things that I had stored at her house, and I found journals from notebooks from a cross country trip that I took in college. And I was reading about, I was describing my interactions with certain people along the way. And I was out of my environment. So you get maybe like permission to behave in ways that you might not around people that you know. And I was really shocked about what a jerk I was at the age of 20. I mean, I was just totally embarrassed for myself about some of the things that I did and said to people for no reason, just because I was, being a jerk. And, I didn't like that aspect of myself. I'd forgotten it. I really didn't remember any of that. But it's not like you have to. It's okay to dislike your bad behavior, because it's not fun. It's more fun to find people right and have a good time. That also comes with maturity. That we may not have when we're our younger selves. But I was really surprised to read those things.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I know we all was brats coming up. But that's the way we was raised, and mama's boy, you couldn't do no wrong, and then after a while, you got just a little bit bigger, and you wonder why you couldn't do it anymore, because it's not cute anymore. You're not a little kid anymore. You understand now. So, and then, yes, we took that for granted. We going to non-confront a lot of things that we used to do, and we got away with it. So now we try to do it now. Like, oh, what's the problem? Oh, why you want to arrest me? I used to do it at home. Yeah.
Well, it's also like the statement that I've heard: mean gets uglier as it gets older. So you got it, like the little kid that knows they're cute, or a real pretty young girl knows she can be, act in a certain way, and people are going to let her slide because she's so pretty. Well, that doesn't hold up in the long term, not at all.
And yes, and it does get old at some point for a certain amount of guys, because you done played that role so many times with other people, it's just not attracted on you anymore. Because you see you are faking it, even though you are pretty. You saying it, and but we can see through your lies.
I
That
like
was
it.
good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's what we have here tonight. We've got 6 more minutes in our
So,
session. So, Emma, do
okay.
you have announcements?
No, I'm not pregnant, so we're good.
Okay.
You said you have an announcement, so I'm telling you right now, we're not pregnant here. So, question for you. Couldn't help it. Sorry, that came out like that. But what are we going to be talking about on Thursday?
Uh, well, the floor is still open. The next exercise. Well, actually, let's go back and sort of listen to the last 3 or 4 talks we did, and come up with questions and topics of our own, and talk about them. Because I mean, since you the only one that did the exercise, and if probably some more will come forward, besides the 3 of us, talking about the exercise because they do work,
Oh,
and
yeah.
yes,
Oh, they did. Absolutely. I agree with you. They do
yeah,
work because I did them today. And I did it automatically this afternoon while I was doing my yoga. So, and there were no dignitary. I was doing exercise number 2, actually, while I was doing the yoga. So, no,
and
it does work. Actually,
yeah,
it does.
and the thing about it that you found yourself doing it, uh,
Yeah, automatically, which was strange.
right, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and that's like okay, I'm noticing my body now. I'm not
Yes.
just stretching because I haven't done it in a 2 or 3 days. I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing it because I feel I enjoyed, looking at my body. So, I mean, you created what do you call it? Uh,
What? Not the bundle?
no, what would you call it? A structure,
A
uh,
sculpture. I felt
a
like the
sculpture.
I've
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
I felt like I was basically the sculptor looking at a piece of marbles, and I was just sculpting, and it was actually my body. I was just sculpting my body based on what I was seeing. It felt like it
right,
was very interesting. Mm-hmm.
right. And you was enjoying that and
Mm-hmm.
feeling that,
Yep.
and yeah, I do that, when I was real exercising, and I did it a lot, and especially after I talk about do the homework. I mean,
Oh,
do the courses, and
yep.
then talk about the homework.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like okay, I want to redo it all over again myself. You know, so what we're going to talk about next week is that we're going to talk about the last few
Thursday.
Thursday. I mean, yeah, last few talks we had, and if anybody still want to come up and talk or send you questions or send me questions, I want to talk private, we can, you know, uh, like that. Or if you want to do one of the courses or the private hour, you know. So,
Absolutely. Yes.
yeah.
Plenty of options here.
Yes, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's all for you. It's all about you. Uh,
Yes. And that's what is so nice is being able to appreciate our bodies, appreciating ourselves, and it's about loving ourselves because you cannot love somebody or anybody around you if you don't start to love yourself. You
That's
have to
right.
love yourself.
That's right.
Hmm. That's the biggest things ever, loving ourselves. So great.
okay, well, we're got 6 minutes here. No. and
Any cookies? Anything? Did you
uh,
put, oh, Dr. Goodman, question for you because you love
yeah,
so much the pumpkin pie. Did you put this on your want list on the refrigerator?
Oh no, that's Denise put her stuff on the want list on the
You don't
refrigerator.
put
I just
anything? You don't,
uh
can you
or
sneak in
whatever.
something?
She cooks and so but I still got what 8 more
Cookies
cookies.
in the freezer.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
and I made a lemon blueberry cake last
oh
night.
yeah. So
You what?
I made a lemon blueberry cake
Ooh, that
last
sounds
night.
good. Are you
it does.
serious?
Yeah,
Yes.
I froze half of it.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be there. I'm gonna just pick up the pups. We're gonna go and drive tonight, and we'll be eating there. I don't know if I that by morning. Trust me, we're gonna go that fast.
Hmm.
Ooh, that sounds good. That
Yeah.
sounds good. Yeah, you should take picture and put it on Instagram so I could see what I'm missing actually.
Oh, okay. I'll have to
Mm-hmm.
do that.
Yeah, you have to start to do that. The same with your pie and your cookies. That would be great to at least, drool over it, even if we cannot access it or beam ourselves yet to your house. But that sounds good. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. And when we start doing this show, here we're gonna have a picture of us together. And then when I'm just on during the week, it'll be just me. So when we do the seashore,
Oh, that would be nice. So you're going
it
to switch back and forth?
yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. So join us Thursday at 4:30 Pacific Time, 7:30 East Coast Time this Thursday here on the Sea Show, and we'll provide answers to some of the questions that we've received and will receive. And you're welcome to ask a question. You can email us at AG, that's about gratification, AG video 314 at gmail.com.
That sounds good. Or you can DM directly into Instagram to Dr. Goodman or myself. But don't be
Okay,
shy because, to be honest,
right.
I know we're the three talking, and everybody is like crickets. It's like we're not talking people. But to me, it's a subject that should be more open to talk about.
Hmm.
Because it
Right.
feels like it's always taboo or you look like a pervert when you talk about it. Like, no, we're not pervert. We're not peeping Tom either. Thank you very much. But that's a subject that should not be as taboo or tight to talk about.
That's absolutely right.
Yes, and that's the part of the day talking about their relationships and
Mm-hmm.
getting divorced, but why? And why they not together, and so it's like communicate with each other. That's how you got together in the first place.
Yeah.
What attracted you to each other? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and then you grow from there. You don't
Yes.
stick with oh, she was pretty in 1999. You know.
That's good, man. Yeah.
Oh, God. That was good.
Oh no, my
Oh, that.
grandmother was like that. She be cracking. You be talking to her just as straight. Next thing you know, she said something that we falling on the floor. She looking at us. Was this funny? No,
Not
we
at
just.
all. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. I love
Yeah.
it. I
Well.
totally love
Okay.
it.
Well. In any case, this is what you brought out of retirement. So I'm having fun with it.
Thank you for the reminder. I'm the guilty party. If any complaints, I will have a box. So you
Yeah.
can complain about
Yes.
the fact that I got you out of retirement. It's my fault. I'm guilty of that. Oh, but that's worth it. So we're good. I will take the blame. I'm good.
Okay.
Okay, we'll
Well,
see you Thursday then.
See you Thursday. Take care.
okay.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. Oh, that's always a pleasure to talk to Dr. Goodman and Denise in regard of that. So that was a good show. So I just encourage everybody actually to be listening to me. Oh my God, I need to drink more water. I think tonight. And I've been drinking water all day long. I drink water. That's what I drink. But I'm gonna blame the Brita filter in my bottle. That's always a good excuse. But no, do the exercise because it's worth to do it. I've done. So thank you so much for listening to tonight's show. And we'll talk to you later. All right, love. Bye now.